It's not that I don't know how to play. It's just that you wouldn't want me on your team. So yeah, that kind of freaked me out a little bit when she called me at 5 o'clock in the morning. Is it possible to fall in love with your therapist? What's up? What's going on, my good people? Welcome or welcome back to Rhonda's Real Talk, where people come for the food and they stick around for the conversation. Before we get into this food, I want to ask that you like, comment, and subscribe. All right, y'all. Today, I'm eating some stir fry. It's all veggies. It's simple. And let's get to it. Come on now. The chopsticks always want to act up when I hit record. I'll be doing a good job off camera, y'all. For real, I do. It's still hot. I don't know if y'all can see the steam or not. It turned out good. The flavor is good. All I have in here is green onions, carrots, and broccoli. I used the chickpea spaghetti to make the stir fry. It was so easy to make. I was gonna record it, y'all, but I had to see how it turned out first. I haven't made like a stir fry in a long time. I use sesame oil, coconut aminos. I saw this lady use some black vinegar, but I had apple cider vinegar, which worked out. I used some other stuff too, so it turned out good. So what's up, y'all? I believe I'm recording on a Friday. I believe I'm gonna drop it on Friday as well. What y'all got planned for the weekend? I need to record for this other project I have going on. And then I'm also going to a birthday party. Shout out to Andrea. It's her birthday party. I'm looking forward to that. It's so funny. We were talking about her birthday party. And she was asking if me and Honey play spades. Well, I'm like, girl, Honey, yes. Me, not so much. I'm the one that's going to make the food, the snacks, and drinks. That's what I'm going to do, y'all. I think I told y'all that I don't know how to... I mean, it's not that I don't know how to play. It's just that you wouldn't want me on your team. Which basically means, I guess, I don't know how to play. Like, I'm cracking up, too, because Kev on stage had this post where it was somebody's hand. They were showing their hand, and the question was, how many books? So everybody was giving their opinion and going back and forth and arguing in the comments, y'all. It was so funny. But yeah, when it comes down to it, I'm probably going to sit every game of spades out. Like, I understand the concept of the game, but I'm just not that strong at it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm on drinks. I'm on food and snacks. That's what I contribute to the game. Stick around, y'all, because somebody asked me a very interesting question. Wasn't expecting it. Yeah. So I'm gonna get to that in a few minutes. Well, stir fry was super easy to make. It was fast. I appreciate things that are quick and easy to make. I was looking in the refrigerator at my options, and I had a few things I could cook, but I'm like, I just want to knock this video out, and then I want to, you know, get to some other stuff I got to do. I got to edit the video, put it out, and then get to work on some other stuff. So I'm glad this was quick. As soon as I sat down to record, my mom called me. And it's what time is it? It's 9:12 in the morning right now. So when she called, it was 8 something here, which means it was 5 something at home in California. Y'all, when that phone rang, my heart dropped. I'm like, Mom, you okay? She like, Rhonda, you called me. She's like, are you okay? I'm like, when I call you? Y'all, I'm trying to set up, trying to get stuff done. I done called my mama on accident and didn't even realize it. So yeah, that kind of freaked me out a little bit when she called me at 5 o'clock in the morning. That was the perfect amount of food. And this is all I made too. Like I don't even have any leftovers. I didn't cook the entire thing of spaghetti. That was perfect. I'm about to go ahead and get into the question. Before I get into this question, if you have a question, a situation, or a topic that you'd like me to address here on the channel, hit me up at rondasrealtalk@gmail.com or send me a DM on Instagram at rondasrealtalk. All right, so I got a DM on Instagram. This person wanted to remain anonymous, but they did want me to ask and answer the question here on the channel. So this woman sent me a message, and her question was, is it possible to fall in love with your therapist? So I was like, okay, that's interesting. I asked her, I was like, are you falling in love with yours? She said yes. So I'm like, all right, I need some more context, a little more information so I can answer this question. So this is the additional information. So she's never been in therapy before. Her therapist is a woman. She's been in therapy for 6 months. So first time in therapy, and it's been going on for 6 months. What else? She says she's never dated women before, never been attracted to women, nothing, never. She's only dated men her entire life. So this is new for her. What else? So I was asking her, what is the communication like outside of therapy? And also, by chance, have you and your therapist seen each other outside of therapy? She said no. They've never seen each other, never ran into each other, nothing of that sort. And then as far as the communication, she only contacts her like if she has to change her appointment. That's the extent of their communication. I was asking, like, what are you drawn to? What do you love about your therapist? She was like, I love the way that she carries herself, her energy, her insight. She's smart. And I also asked if anything inappropriate or any flirting ever happened during their session, during therapy. She said never. She was like, my therapist is always professional. She's never been inappropriate. I've never been inappropriate. I've never said anything, out of bounds to her. Nothing has taken place. All right. So based on that information, I don't know if it's love, but I guess somebody can fall in love with their therapist. I'm sure there are therapists that cross the line, that do things that are unethical. But in this situation, nothing unethical has happened. So it's like a one-sided thing. And I think that it's more so of like a lust or like a crush situation. since this is your first time in therapy, I'm wondering if a lot of it is, okay, because it's natural to just feel comfortable and drawn to your therapist because they're giving you the space to really like unpack your baggage. You know what I'm saying? They create this environment and ask all the right questions for you to be able to feel comfortable, right? So I think it's okay to look forward to those sessions and, you know, look forward to what you can learn, what you can unpack and all that kind of stuff. I think that's completely natural. But I'm also kind of wondering, like, have you, like in your life, have you had issues with being heard? You know what I'm saying? Like if this is the first time somebody has ever really sat down and like listened to you and gave you the floor and gave you the opportunity to really be open and transparent, I'm wondering if that's like what's driving these feelings that you're feeling towards your therapist. Because here's the thing, this woman is just simply doing her job. She's not doing anything inappropriate or like leading you on or anything like that, right? So I'm wondering if it's just like maybe some needs that you just haven't had met throughout the course of your life, maybe that might be making you feel these feelings towards her, you know? And because you are having these feelings towards your therapist, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that it's time to find a new therapist. I think it's time for you to find a new therapist because you don't want to do yourself a disservice. You're paying money. You're being honest. You're being open. You're opening childhood wounds. Whatever you're discussing in your therapy sessions, you don't want it to get to a point because you have feelings on the table or whatever. You don't want to get to a point where like you're exaggerating information or getting to a point where you're not giving enough information, you know, because of your feelings. You get what I'm saying? I think it's time for you to find a new therapist. I think that would make the most sense. And even if you do find a new therapist, I think you should just let it be. I don't think that you need to reach out to your therapist to let her know that you have feelings. I think it just kind of is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I think that you should find a new therapist. So I think it's that time because you want to make sure that you're in an environment where you're not being distracted. And of course, you're going to have emotions and feelings while you're in therapy. But I'm talking about those type of feelings in terms of like interest in somebody. You know what I mean? Like that clouds our judgment, you know, our adrenaline starts flowing a different type of way when we like somebody. And like I said, you don't want things to kind of shift and go left in your sessions like that. So I think that you really do owe it to yourself to find a new therapist so that, you know, that those feelings can settle down and that you don't have to be distracted and you can, you know, be in a session and really start to be able to unpack your baggage the right way. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm sure that it's possible for somebody to fall in love with their therapist. Unethical things happen all the time where I've seen things online, stories shared, whatever, where people are interacting and building friendships with their therapist outside of therapy, which is very unethical. But it happens. It does happen. So can you fall in love with your therapist? Sure. I don't know that you are per se, though. I think it could be more of a lust crush type of thing. You've never dealt with a woman. So that's a whole layer too. You know, having a desire and being drawn to something that you've never experienced before is a whole nother level of feelings as well. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother thing. So while I think it's possible, I don't think that it's happening in this situation. And like I said, I think that it's your first time in therapy. And I think that you want to make sure that you're navigating that the right way, you know, so it's time to put your feelings aside and really find another therapist so that you can, you know, unpack and deal with whatever issues that you're dealing with the right way. I think that you owe that to yourself. Trust me, you really do. I think that therapy is an amazing tool that can really help you significantly. But like I said, you don't want to get to a part of exaggerating information or holding back. You know what I'm saying? Because you're trying to impress someone or you don't want them to know certain sides of you or certain things you have experienced. And in you having this desire or interest or attraction towards your therapist, you got to realize, so this woman is just doing her job. She's doing her job. She's being professional. She's offering a service. And yeah, like you just don't, you know, she's just doing her job. She's just doing her job. And there's so many things that you don't know about her. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys are not friends. You don't have that kind of relationship and you shouldn't have that kind of relationship outside of work, outside of therapy. So there's so much you don't know about her. You know what I'm saying? There may be some things that she does or is into that may completely turn you off. And I'm just saying that, you know, it's time to make that shift so you can go ahead and let them feelings, you know, fall to the side. It's definitely time. It's time for sure. So that's my opinion. Y'all meet me in the comments. Let me know what you think about this. Is it possible to fall in love with a therapist? Do you think it's time for her to find a new therapist? Or do you think it's okay for her to, you know, carry these feelings with hopes that things just kind of fizzle out? Or, you know, can she still be effective in her therapy sessions, you know, having these feelings towards her therapist. Have you ever experienced something like this? Have you ever liked your therapist, dated a therapist, know somebody else that has, or whatever? Like I said, things like this happen. They do happen. I've heard about it, read about it, but I've never personally experienced it. And, you know, I've just never been in that position before. So, but that's my opinion. So again, if you have a question, situation, topic, hit me up at rondasrealtalk@gmail.com. Send me a DM on Instagram at rondasrealtalk, and also make sure to meet me in the comments, y'all. If you enjoyed the video, give it a big thumbs up. I appreciate y'all watching. Make the best of the day. Be good to yourself, y'all. Peace.